Hi listeners, welcome back to Insuright's knowledge series on insurance. We are on the topic of motor insurance and we have so far discussed about coverages, exclusions, IDV. Now I'll be talking about policy conditions. Any contract, whether it's insurance contract or any other contract, has conditions which the contracting parties need to fulfill so that they achieve the purpose of the contract. Now, in insurance policy, in motor insurance policy, there are a set of conditions which has to be adhered by both the insured and the insurance company. But in motor insurance, when you analyze it, generally the conditions are on the expectation that insured should follow, even though there are conditions which insurance company need to follow. That is also mentioned. The first and foremost condition is notification of loss or damage. It's very, very important. Whenever the vehicle meets with accident or somebody is injured, it is very important that the insured immediately informs the insurance company. And when I say immediately, it is not that immediate. Suppose there are certain situations that insured is not in a position to inform the insurance company will take that into account. But do not delay. As far as possible, immediately inform. The reason is simple. The more the delay, there are many questions start coming. Okay, what could be the reason for insured not informing? So insurance company, you are giving a room for insurance company to ask questions which you may not like. Let us be honest. So to avoid such questions, as far as possible, inform the accident to insurance company. And if there is a delay, if there is a genuine reason, you can mention that reason. Okay. Do not commit anything to anybody in regard to the accident. Do not offer any promise of payment to the victim of the accident. Don't do anything, whatever is demanded of you in relation to the accident. Please inform the insurance company, take them into confidence and take written confirmation from them. Okay? Don't commit any promise. Don't offer any payment. Okay? 3. Whenever there is an accident, either loss or damage to the vehicle, insurance companies will reserve the right how they are going to compensate you. Either they can choose to repair the damages, or they replace, or reinstate, or pay the cash. Normally what happens, generally insurance companies pays cash for either repairs or for the total loss. If the vehicle is stolen, they pay the cash compensation. If the vehicle is to be repaired, they pay the cash for repairs. This is the standard practice. However, still the insurance company reserves the right to repair, reinstate or replace the either parts or the vehicle. Okay. More importantly, taking care of the vehicle. The insurance policy conditions expects that insured takes reasonable care of the vehicle. Now the question comes, what is reasonable care? That is sometimes in case of a dispute, it becomes a legal point. But let us look at some examples. Simple example, when you park the car, do not keep the door open or the windows open. Do not leave the key in the car. So these are all the very, by your own, by policyholders' negligence, they leave the vehicle, open for theft. So increase the risk of theft, okay? Or do not overspeed beyond a limit. No doubt we do overspeed. It is it becomes a violation of the Motor Vehicle Act and police will take action. But if you use the road like a racetrack, then you are attracting insurance and there is an accident. Let me put it. You use the road like a racetrack and it leads to an accident. Insurance company is not going to pay the claim. They will say that you have not taken reasonable care of the vehicle. So reasonable care of the vehicle while the vehicle is parked condition, reasonable care of the vehicle while you are driving, and reasonable care of the vehicle after the accident. If the vehicle meets with accident, immediately inform the police, take the vehicle to the garage at a safe place. Do not leave the vehicle open. Then the parts will be stolen. Then the vehicle is exposed to elements of weather. All these things will again attract more questions from insurance company. They will ask you a lot of questions on that and they will say that they will not pay this claim. They will not pay for this part because of your not taking reasonable care. Don't give room for that. Okay. Now, fraud, misrepresentation. There's a condition which deals with fraud, misrepresentation, and non-disclosure. When a vehicle meets with an accident, basic questions are required to be answered by the insured, because insured only has privy to that information: date of accident, place of accident, time of accident, how the accident took place. If these are all not explained clearly, if there are inherent contradictions between this information, then the motive of the insured is questioned by the insurance company, and they find that there is an intentional misrepresentation or there is an intention to defraud the insurance company will not pay the claim. Okay? Then, double insurance. It rarely happens, but it does happen. Suppose the insured takes a loan from a bank, hire purchase or hypothecation. It is possible that bank also takes insurance and insured also takes an insurance. That means there will be two policies covering the same vehicle. And if there is an accident or loss, what this condition says is both the policies will contribute proportionately. So it doesn't mean that insured will get full claim amount from one policy and full claim amount from another policy. No. Both the policies together will pay for the loss. How the insurance companies adjust between them, that is different. How the two policies gets adjusted, that is different. Okay. But insured will get only the amount of loss contributed by both the policies. Okay. Then, most importantly, in case of an individual owner insured, he dies during the course of the policy, what happens to the policy? What the policy says is that it gives a 3 months time for the legal heir. Policy will be valid for 3 months or the date of expiry, whichever is 3 months from date of death or date of expiry of the policy, whichever is earlier. In that 3 months, the legal heir who is getting the title to the car should approach the insurance company with the original policy, with the death certificate of the insured, and the title to the vehicle. These are the 3 items. You have to approach the insurance company and they will check the documents and transfer the vehicle to the appropriate legal heir who has the title to the vehicle. These are some important conditions. There are few more are there, but as an insured you should be aware of these conditions. One more thing, just I would like to, if the insurance company decides to cancel the policy, it is very essential that insurance company should give a notice to you, giving the reasons for cancellation. So the policy says that insurance company has to give a notice to the insured, giving the reasons, and it gives certain time for the insured to respond. So you have a chance to reply to insurance company to say that why they should not cancel the policy. Okay. So in this discussion, in this talk, I have explained to you the certain important conditions which a policyholder should be aware of. With this knowledge, I am sure that you will be able to approach the claim situations with confidence. Thank you.